Well, hello, my friends. It's been busy, but we're all doing well. I hope you're all doing well. Um, so, one of my favorites here is the Ford Bronco. And I had not been a fan of most castings in 164 3-inch for the Ford Bronco. I thought that they were always overdone, too comical, especially the Hot Wheels and Matchbox castings. So for what I've got for you today are two Greenlight castings. These two were part of a big prize gift box from Diecastrum over in Romania. So this one is a 2017. It is the all-terrain. What series? Series 5, 1975 Ford Bronco Baja in the STP Firestone livery, which is only a partial livery, I believe. There's a lot of sponsor stickers missing there, but that's not so important. So you may hear me refer to Big Ollie, which was a very famous racing Bronco in late 60s, early 70s, around this era. I believe it predates this one by a few years, yeah. And here is from the Meekum auctions. Experience begins at Meekum and limited edition. I don't know how they labeled this series. I have a couple. I have a mixture of Meekum and I think Barrett Jackson. So Meekum auctions is a 75 Bronco with a V8 automatic four-wheel drive, bucket seats, rear seat, removable hardtop. Meekum auctions, does it say how much it sold for? I think in the other series, in the Barrett Jackson series, it usually has, a little sold sticker and the price it went for. I don't see that here. But this is a very nice looking vehicle that is close to stock but not all, and it is a 2017 copyright. So that is very cool. I have pre-cut these two pieces and I will open them up in a second. But I just wanted to point out a couple of silly things. Basically that the real roots well, not the real roots, but a real important time for Ford is the mid 60s, say from 63 on, but definitely 65 was a huge year for Ford Motor Company. Let me explain. Obviously, we know that the Mustang debuted in April of 64. So obviously, big times for Ford. The Mustang was a phenomenon. But that was also around the time, 1966, that the original Ford Bronco came out. This is a Johnny Lightning casting. This one is an older one that I've had for a long time. It's a 2004 copyright, so I've had it since 2004. There's an RC2 logo there. I bought a bunch of these Johnny Lightnings back then, between 1997 and 2004, when I was collecting a long time ago and then stopped. And I always liked this Johnny Lightning because it was not the overdone, over-the-top cartoon racing one. It was basically a low-option stock version. You can see white wall tires and hubcaps and relatively small tires and no lift and no winch or big bumper. Just very simple, honest, two-door, no top, off-road car. We're going to call it a Jeep-like vehicle. Obviously, Jeep had created this market, and for years, nobody joined them in this market. It wasn't considered big enough, really. You had the Jeep CJs, and you had the Jeepster Commander and so forth. But in the mid-60s, that's when you started to see some of the international scouts and the Ford Broncos and eventually the Chevy Blazers to directly compete with the Jeep CJ, which later became the Wrangler. So 1965, like I said, was a huge year for Ford. The Econoline-based pickup and the Econoline van had been around since 1961, I believe. So imagine at your local Ford dealership, you could see a Mustang, a Bronco, an Econoline, among many, many more. I mean, but these are all, these three in a way share DNA. The Mustang, famously based on the Falcon chassis. The Bronco, not necessarily based on a Falcon or a Mustang, but Ford parts bin, I mean, there were some common parts, say, between the Econoline and the Bronco. Not a lot. There was no four-wheel drive Econoline, and it wasn't at times. These were simpler cars, but they laid the foundation for so much. And of course, I love Ford, so I love Bronco. I really do love Broncos. Always have. Starting with the original Bronco in 1966. This Bronco was made until 1977 when the next series of Broncos came out. So let's see if we can pop open this one here, the 75 Ford Bronco Baja all-terrain. This is a racing version. This little ledge here created by that, yeah. I don't want to ruin the car. I'd rather ruin the packaging than the car. And that is part of the problem with these packages from Greenlight. You can rip off a spare tire or damage the suspension just by taking it out of the package. Greenlight, you should watch these videos. So this is pretty cool. Now this is a lifted racing version. So you can see the metal base, but then you see this plastic chassis extension. That's to give it the lift. And the frame supports and ladder bars for racing and so forth. That's pretty damn cool. I like this red wagon wheels with the chrome. Are they bead lockers? I don't know that. Well, I don't know much about off-road racing, honestly. No bumper, painted headlights and turn signals and grille, opening hood, painted engine, and I believe that's trying to be the 6-cylinder? Or is that an oil bath air cleaner? I'm not sure. No, it would have to be a V8. A roll bar with this flat roof, no windshield or windscreen. Off-road lights, STP and Firestone. And one of my best friends reminded me recently that STP is related to Studebaker. I have to look that up. So that's pretty cool. I mean, so no roof, no doors, no roof. But the actual bodies are the same size. Look at that. Is that casting number 9? It can't be casting 600. I'm going to go with 9 because it is such a... I don't know. Look that up someday. That's cool. Let's take a look at this. Mecum Auctions 75 Ford Bronco. And this one sort of looks like a modified stock. Oh, look at that. That looks like the air cleaner from the racing version. right. Let's take a quick. All right, let's see. Again. All right, hopefully got that out without any problems. Let's see. Does the roof come off on this one? No, I think it's glued down or molded as part of the windshield. So it's got a soled, it's got the windshield wipers at the top. The hood opens. Yep, same engine as this racing version. Bumpers and everything painted, wheel arches, stripes. That's actually pretty cool. Auxiliary gas tanks. 2 gas caps because there's a normal gas tank here and then an extra gas tank in the back. Almost all Ford trucks, vans, pickups, and Broncos, that was an option for a period of time. Oh, this is interesting. So look at this. They've actually put off-road shocks here as part of this black plastic. They've painted the silver shock absorbers there. That's the first time I've noticed that from Greenlight. But I don't have a huge collection of trucks. I do have a collection of like Bigfoot and so forth. I didn't notice that. So this is very cool. 75 Ford Bronco. Codes in there. Very cool. Nice job on the chrome wagon wheels. Nice job. What the plate says, Meekum Auctions. The spare wheel there. So you see the red dot on the spare wheel? That's sort of an error. That would be on the front. That's how you engage the front. That's how you lock the front hubs for the four-wheel drive system. Notice the rear don't have them, so the spare wouldn't have it either. But that's very cool. Thank you, Dan. Let's get a couple of these on the turntable. Let me move these. Put these the two quote-unquote. Well, the red one's not necessarily stock, as you can see. That's got a raised suspension. But luckily for me, I have from Greenlight, from the Dad's, I don't know, there's a special edition, I think. Here is a stock Bronco hardtop. So single gas cap here, not raised suspension. These wheels. So this is supposed to be, what year is this? 1967 Ford Bronco. Dad's garage. That was it. These wheels, I think, are supposed to be representing aftermarket aluminum wheels. I don't think Ford ever made anything that looked like that in 67. I don't know for sure. The hood is a little bit open. Let's see if it's got the same. No, it does not. Does not have the same engine there. This has a conventional silver air cleaner painted there on the black. So that's interesting. (2013) 67. GL063. 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 So they're all the same casting with, modifications for, no bumpers on this one, the jacked up suspension, no roof, no windshield. But they're all basically the same casting. So that's pretty cool. Good job, Greenlight. Oh, actually, yeah. So this teal one and the blue one are only 1 year apart. They're very similar in height, which they should be. They're both stock versions of the Bronco. So this Bronco was from 1966 till 1977, and then as I, you know, this Bronco wasn't based on the Mustang or the Econoline. They, it was just of an era. But the next Bronco was based on the F100 pickup. Now this is a 68 or 69. No, I'm sorry, 72. This is a 72. Here is the F-150 Lightning from 1993. So now you can see the next era of Bronco. This one from 1978 to 1996, based on the F-Series truck. I did glue down these tops because they were falling off. So I have a couple of those. That BF Goodrich Racing, this beautiful orange green machine version, also a gift from Diecastrum. And then I have the new Bronco. And I snapped the spare tire off the mount. I have to glue that back on. So let's see. The new Bronco is much larger than the original. Now, I don't have the new Greenlight 2-door Bronco yet. I have the 4-door Wild Track, so this is very cool. And, of course, this new Bronco does share a chassis with the Ford Ranger. Now, this is the Matchbox. This is the moving parts Skyjacker. This was a gift from a good friend. But the same turbocharged 4-cylinder 2.3-liter gas engine and 10-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive system that is on this Ford Ranger is the base engine on this Ford Bronco. This additionally has the 2.7-liter twin-turbo V6, the EcoBoost V6, available in it. So, thanks for watching. I hope there was a little bit of useful information there, or at least some entertainment value. Thank you, Dan, for these very generous gifts. I think I've said already that I'm going to be a little missing in action. I am sort of between... it's the end of the year, plus I have vacation coming up. So, trying to get a lot of work done before I leave. So, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I will talk to you all soon. Be safe. Thanks.